Michelle Obama probably honestly is a woman, and I don't really care. I don't care. And I think we need to start caring less about all of that crap and start caring about what is actually important, okay? For one thing, if we were not so busy paying attention to all of this bullshit and propaganda and lies and nonsense that does not matter at all, if we weren't doing that, what would we be doing? I wonder, what would we be doing? Because I know back in the day, back in the 60s, people would actually go out and they'd stand out there and they'd protest. They'd make noise. You know, they would... we're fucked. We are. I think the world is basically totally screwed. I really do. That's why it's pretty much at the point where you better be okay with you. You better be okay with you. You better be really happy with you. And what I mean by that is, if you were laying on your deathbed right now, would you be fully satisfied? Would you be happy? Or if you were put on your deathbed and then they said, listen, I'm going to give you a second chance, what would you do different? What would you do different? If there's stuff you would do different, start doing it different. Start doing it different right now. Because honestly, I'm telling you, I'm usually pretty optimistic, but this world is gotten so ridiculous and so crazy. And I work in the city. I see how it is. You know, I see an average everyday situation, and it's crazy. It's just so, sometimes it's hard to watch, you know. It's sad, because it's like, I'm all about no medicine. I'm all about no medication. I'm all about no nothing. No soda, no bullshit. Get everything out of your body. All of the poison, get it out of your body. I'm all about, you know, I purify my water. Like, I have a special filter, a triple osmosis filter. Like, I am very particular about what I put in my body. But I'm also realistic because I see how things really are. And people that have been on medication for long periods of time, and a lot of people, they've been on meds since they were kids, their chemistry in their body is so just completely changed now at this point. And for people to get off all the meds and balance themselves naturally and get in tune with nature and ground themselves and really do it, like, and you can do it. You can do it with all Eastern medicines. But to be able to go from, you know, transition over, depending on how far down the rabbit hole of mainstream society you went into, there's no going back. You might have to just stay doing what you're doing. I swear to God, I don't know some of the options. I don't know. I'm just being, I'm being realistic. And I know there are a lot of people that, like, if you change, you know, if you change a lot of things in your life, I'm telling you right now, your life will change unbelievably. One of the most important things you could do for your mental health is take care of your body. That's it. Don't stuff your face with shitty processed foods, and take care of yourself. And then that will change your whole emotional state, I am telling you. And then from there, you can start working on other things, like the power of positivity and words. What you say does become your reality, okay? Have you ever heard of the law of assumption? Well, the law of assumption states that whatever you assume, you will believe. And I always remember hearing assumption being, don't assume anything because it makes an ass out of you and me, which I always thought that was funny. But assumption is, like I said, belief, okay? And that turns into belief. So your thoughts are incredibly powerful. What you think will eventually become your reality, okay? That is just how the nature of the beast. That's how it works, all right? That's how perception works. Everything in this whole world is based on perception, based on what you see, how you perceive things, how you perceive the world, okay? Your life is different than mine. Why? Because I'm in a different place. I have different pair of eyes, and I am seeing different stuff. I have different friends. I have different people in my life. I do things differently, and I perceive things my way, you know? Me and you could both sit in the same room. We could have the same job. We could be best friends. We could live in the same house. And we're still going to have totally different lives, totally different ideas, totally different thoughts, totally different stuff. Why? Because we perceive it. Because we see it with our eyes. It bounces the light back into our visual cortex. And then that gives us an image. And based on that image, okay, that we're seeing, we judge it, all right? We feel a certain way about it. We judge it. We think something about it. And those thoughts all culminate. And over the years, they form what you are today, what we are today, everything we think and believe. But you have to understand, a lot of these beliefs, a lot of these thoughts were implanted into us. From who? From Rockefeller, man. From Rockefeller. So once you're at the point in your life where you're able to admit that, you know, and really it takes a lot of research, but when you really do enough research and you realize where all this stuff came from and all of our nonsense, all of our sciences and schools and even the books, I mean, our school books are printed by Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell's printing company. It just, the endless, never-ending bullshit brigade of nonsense is this. That's what our whole history and our sciences and everything. It's our whole school department. And the Board of Education was founded in 1903 by John D. Rockefeller, who got on a stage and said he wants a nation of workers and not thinkers. So you need to understand, like, the whole system is fraudulent, man. Corporations own America. America is a corporation. It's not a country like people are led to believe. You are the value. You are the reason money has value. We do not have gold anywhere. There's no gold to back up the dollar. For people thinking there's gold somewhere, you're out of your mind. There's a reason nobody looks down in the gold reserve. No one's been down there in years. They won't go down there. I wonder why. Give me a break. There is no gold. Are you kidding me right now? The United States government has drained every last bit of value out of this entire country. You guys got to start to wake up and see things. I'm telling you right now. If you want to be happy at, like, overall, because eventually you're going to figure this out and it's going to crush you like it does everyone. And you got to come out of that. So learn the truth, understand all about the body and the mind and how thoughts work and how, because then you can start to pick apart all the bullshit nonsense that we were manipulated and brainwashed into believing, and you can start to form a happy, healthy version of success, you know, and start to create your life towards that. You know, do things towards that. And I don't mean material wealth, and you'll figure that out. You know, the whole journey of learning everything is bullshit. But if you want to learn anything, go to my website. My website's entirely free. I have 3 books, all free. One's 500 pages on symbols, every symbol you can ever imagine, and 2 pages worth of information on each symbol, where it came from, what it means, every bit of information. There's another book on deception in the modern age. How they've lied to us about everything, who did it, what the hell's going on, how we're not living on a rock spinning around, how it's all bullshit, where it comes from, who the Jesuits are, just the whole story, okay? Then I got another book called it's I forget, Belief Systems. It's Ancient Belief Systems, and it's where the idea of religion came from. Where did this all come from? Because religion is a man-made idea. Where did it come from? So the whole book, in all of them, they're all free. Everything's at my website. It's there so that you can educate yourself and you can become enlightened with information. Because information is what you need to set yourself free. Because once you really know what's going on, then you can focus on what's important. You can start to really focus on what's important. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. I did it and it worked magic. I never owned anything. Now I own a house, I have 2 vehicles, and yeah, I don't own a damn mansion because I don't want a mansion. I don't need a mansion. What the F do I need a mansion for? But I have a little house and I love it. It's right behind me. You know, I got a little house, my little ghetto garage. I got a truck. I got a Toyota Avalon. I got a dog. You know, I got a beautiful wife and family. That's what's important to me, you know? So, yeah, and I never had that. I didn't have that when I believed in all this bullshit. I didn't know what to think. I was spinning constantly because I thought I lived on a spinning ball, too. My whole mind, I was not grounded at all. I had no grounded, nothing. I was a maniac. I'm telling you, it's everything they do is to manipulate you. So you are spinning, you're not grounded. It's to mess with you. You are a living thing. You're living inside of a living thing. This earth is a closed system, just like Bill Nye says. Everything is alive here. It's a system. Learn to live in it. Learn to be one with it. I love you all so much. Go to my website, learn everything for free. And if you can donate, please do. You can donate right to my page. You can become a member. I'm opening a nonprofit. I want to really open up a house for elderly people because they get completely screwed. They lose everything when they go into a nursing home. And a lot of these people, they don't need a nursing home. They just need somewhere safe to live that's, you know, clean and everything's there and someone's in the house to help them, the meal prep and make food and be, you know, companionship and all that. So I would love to do that. And I'm also looking into doing sober houses because there are a lot of people struggling that in these places are ripping people off. These programs are ripping people off. I'm a recovery coach. I see how it is. Okay, I see how it is, and it makes me just so upset. But I'm trying to change, you know, things for my community, and the only way to do that is with the help of others. So if you can help me, that'd be amazing. If not, just get my free stuff. I love you all. My opinion.